Dear geography aspirants, right now I have the textbook of geography and I have the scanner code is here, and I would like to discuss geomorphic processes. Geomorphic process is what it means. You will understand when you see this video, and you will notice the concentration of this video after learning about how the earth was born how you will learn, then you will know how it evolved. Its crust is the upper portion of the earth. Other inner layers, and what are the inner layers, how its crystal plates moved and are moving. So then we can say that the many more plates are colliding each other inside the crust portion. That is the geomorphic process. And other information on earthquakes refers to vibration tremor like situations, the forms of volcanoes. When you see, then volcanism events is being processed. Volcanoes, when you see the volcanism is being processed. And about the rocks and minerals, rocks you will see and minerals you will see. Rocks are very important, that we have the three rocks and the crust. Igneous rocks is the main rocks, the parent rocks. Crust is composed of. It is time to know in detail. This is time to know in detail about the surface of the earth. We are living on earth, so we should know what inside the earth and what is the structure of the earth, and how can we understand our evolution on earth on which we live. Let us start with this question: why is the surface of the earth uneven? Not even, that is known as the uneven. When you study the earth's crust is dynamic, you're well aware that it has moved and moves vertically and horizontally, both the two processes, vertically and horizontally. Of course, it moved a bit faster in the past at the rate of the which it is moving now. So, it moved a bit faster in the past, right now the present, and will come the future. The differences in the internal forces operating from within the earth which built up the crust have been responsible for the variations in the. So you will see here, you will see the responsible for the variations in outer surface of the crust. The earth's surface is being continuously subjected to external forces induced basically by energy, sunlight. So the sunlight is the most important factor for understanding the geomorphic processes. Of course, the internal forces are still active. Internal forces, it means the inside of the earth crust, though with different intensities. The intensities is the fastest way. What is the way of the achieving the process age? It can be the intensities, the high speed, that means the earth's surface is being continuously subjected to by external forces originating within the earth's atmosphere and by internal forces from within the earth. So external forces originating within the earth's atmosphere. When the earth's atmosphere, you will see the forces that is known as the external forces, and by internal forces within the earth. So the two forces, external forces and internal forces. The external forces are known as exogenic exogenic forces, and the internal forces is known as the endogenic forces. That we have the two forces. Actions of the exogenic force result in the wearing down, degradation. Exogenic is the outer side, in external forces, degradation or relief elevations and filling up aggregation of the basins. So displacement of the crust portion is affected by the exogenic forces. Depressions on the earth's surface, so the outside of the earth. The phenomenon of wearing down of relief variations of the surface in the earth through erosion of is known as a gradation. So the erosion process is being initiated by the exothermic process. The endogenic Forces continuously elevate or build up the parts of the Earth's surface, and hence the exogenic processes fail to even out the relief variations of the surface of the Earth. Exogenic process fail to even exogenic process fail to even out the relief variations of the surface of the Earth, so variations remain as long as opposing actions of exogenic and endogenic forces continue. So the two forces are very important in general terms. The endogenic forces are mainly land building force outside the crust, and the exogenic process are mainly land bearing forces exogenic, and the endogenic forces are mainly land building from inside, and exogenic processes are mainly the land bearing process outside of the Earth. The surface of the Earth is sensitive, very sensitive. Humans depend on it for their sustenance and have been using it extensively and intensively. So means are very affected from these processes. So it is essential to understand its nature in order to use it effectively without disturbing its balance. So the balance will be very important. So we should regard our natural environment and diminishing its potential for the future. So we use with what we have the requirement without the requirement apart from requirement the exploitation should not be done. Almost all organisms contribute to sustain the earth environment. However, humans have caused extensive damage to the environment through overuse of the resources. So the sustainable development will be important, but don't use the overuse and don't waste the energy of the environment. We must but must also leave it potential enough to sustain life though the future. Use we must but must leave the potential enough to sustain life our through the future. So we should use on the ground of our future sustenance. Most of the surface of the earth head has been sapped over very long periods of time, hundreds and thousands of years. Sapped because it has been taken the hundreds and thousands of years for making, and because of its use and misuse by humans, its potential is being diminished at a fast rate. So we should not misuse the we should not waste our energy resources and didn't use that misuse like activities of our environment. The surface of the earth into varieties of forms saps. The many saps we have and the nature of materials of which it's composed of are understood. Precautions can be taken to minimize the detrimental effects of human use and the preserve it posterity. So, on the view of the posterity, we should use what we have the requirement. So, students, the geomorphic process age introduction will be completed, and here is the scanner. Later on, I will cater you the many more of the geomorphic process age, or within this process, the geomorphic process will be discussed. Till then, thank you very much.